And we are back. Welcome back to the stream, everyone. I have slightly refueled. I have had some sugar to bring some energy back into my husk-like body, and I am ready to raise some more money for the World Central Kitchen. And let me just check here if our next guest is ready to come on. If you would like to introduce yourself.
Hello.
Hello. I believe those are the dulcet tones of one I finished a video game. Welcome, buddy. It's so great to we've never really spoken over voice before. It is such a pleasure to talk to you. For those who aren't familiar, I Finished a Video Game is a YouTuber who does some of the most insane retrospectives on the internet. And I say insane because I actually know there's people I've seen videos before that are longer than your retrospectives, which is insane. It is so rare I find someone who's able to do an 8-hour retrospective and every fucking minute of it is well researched, is thoughtful, is good. It's such a good channel. I get so excited whenever one of your videos comes up, and when I meet other YouTubers, I try not to to fan out too hard, but there's a point.
It's okay. This is good for my ego.
There's a point in each of your videos that I love where we're 3 hours in, and I'm like, but those are all the Aminutia games I've ever heard of, and we still have another hour to go, and it's oh, what? So you will it's crazy because you say your Castlevania video, that's 30 games or something, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is.
So you'll have a Castlevania video, and he will have a 20-30 minutes on every game, including the big ones like Symphony of the Night, but also the sequel to the DS one you never heard of. And it's just so interesting. And then you paint these really elaborate narratives about the series itself and its ups and its downs, and I just find them completely fascinating.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's really nice to hear, because you say that they're insane videos. I feel like I'm going insane while I'm making them.
That's
to be totally honest.
That's the video essay experience, buddy.
Yeah, I think some of them in particular, like the Metroid one and the Castlevania one, when I'm on game 26, I'm just why am I doing this?
So that's a weird thing about making videos, because sometimes you schedule out a day and it is literally watch this many films, this many episodes, or play this much of a game, and it sounds awesome, but when you have to just sit there and do it and form opinions about it, it kind of sucks. And clearly there is more difficult ways to make a living, but it can be a bit ugh. But I don't want to watch 8 more episodes of Naruto, you know?
There's definitely a grind element. I find it, especially when I'm on a really old school game that's really, really punishingly difficult and it also isn't good. And I'm just oh my god, I need to spend 25 hours just playing these same 4 levels over and over again, trying to beat this thing. I'm just why have I done this? Why have I chosen to make the channel like this? But
yeah, and
I don't know.
I feel especially for you because occasionally you'll just come up against a game where the boss is a fucking nightmare. And it's I can't imagine.
Was terrible for that.
Yeah, those hours stretching out because of that.
Yeah, and it's hard to even represent that in the video properly, because the thing is, if I spend 15 minutes talking about just one boss fight, it kind of throws the pacing of the video off a little bit.
Totally.
I sometimes think I'm not even doing justice to just how much of my life I've spent toiling away on this thing.
Yeah.
It gets a couple of lines in the script, and I'm I really, really hope it's come across just how awful this was.
Are you at the point with YouTube videos? How long have you been making videos now?
I am in my, just into my 2nd year.
Okay, so you're not at this point.
Yeah.
I have been making YouTube videos for 9 years now, and if I scroll all the way to the bottom of my channel, it's this horrible feeling of, what the fuck is this video? I don't remember this.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and it's bizarre, but
someone subs on Twitch oh, I love this video, it's so good, and you're what the fuck are you talking about?
So at a con last year, I had an argument with a fan being you made this video, and I was no, I didn't. And he took out his phone and showed me, and I was like,
That's right, boys.
oh, like, oh god. But I mean, yeah,
That's amazing.
So, you are familiar with Fear and Hunger, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I am.
Mondo.
In that I started playing it, and I thought, oh, this is something I could really, really get into. But I didn't. I purposefully held off on it because I don't know if you have the same thing, but I have this kind of bank of like rainy day games that I'm saving, that I know are going nowhere, that I know that when I'm like, oh, okay, it's time to get into something deep, it's time to go hard on something, then I can pull that game out. Fear and Hunger is in my rainy day bank. So
yeah, no,
I've seen like the first few screens, like seen the dogs and stuff, like got killed by them, and you know, gone in the castle and thought, what the hell am I doing? But beyond that, I've purposely tried to stay away. So actually today, watching the stream is the most I've seen of the game. And all this has done is confirmed to me that it is indeed the sort of thing I could lose a lot of hours in.
It's a fucking nightmare. And you know, like, it's hard because these games are difficult so right now we're trying to get the hard mode S rank endings, but we're trying to do that, and my attention is divided between, like, you know, keeping the conversations kind of fun and like keeping it going, keep the stream entertaining, and making the fucking brain grinding decisions this game creates. And I have been extremely unsuccessful so far.
Hey, there's been some big wins. I saw you beat the crow.
The crow. That was. I have never.
That was pretty hype. That was pretty hype.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I don't know that happens without Frapp. In fact, it definitely doesn't. But
that won't happen with me.
That was. Well, we actually might be able to find that out very quickly, because I don't know if you were watching, but Tango's section actually ended on a fucking cliffhanger and a half. There's a mage down like right here, and he is going to blow off our arms and legs, and we were trying to sneak past him only for fucking Crow Mauler to come in just here. So right now Crow Mauler is here, the yellow mage is here, we need to be up here, and it's really bad news. But on top of that as well, because people have been so generous and have donated so much, it's also time to spin the punishment wheel.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, it's something. And we've also added another hour onto the stream. The stream has now extended by 4 hours. The original end time was about an hour and 15 minutes ago. The new end time is now it's in about 2 or 3 hours, so keep those donations going if you would like to prolong specifically my suffering, but also reduce the suffering of other people on this planet who are currently starving and, you know, in areas of conflict. And that is what the World Central Kitchen does, which is what we are here to support. Now let's get on over to the punishment wheel.
Okay.
So I don't think you'll be able to see this.
Okay, I'll watch it on the stream.
Yeah, and that might be a little bit behind, but we'll get it set up. In fact, maybe I can hang on. Because I would like you to be able to see it live, because that would be fun.
Real-time reaction.
Real-time reaction. You get it. You understand.
Yeah. Oh, I think we can actually make this work. Excellent. Amazing.
Okay, so you should be seeing my screen now.
I am indeed.
Okay, we're gonna get the music going. It's the Wheel of Punishments! Let me just...
I feel like that needed an audience applause.
Yeah, which they cannot see yet, but now they can. Okay, here we go.
Right.
Oh, okay. Oh,
There's a couple of things on there that could fix the situation. I'm seeing death.
Death will solve it. Death will get me. Death will pull me right out of it. So I guess we'll see here. Oh, I'm so fucking nervous. I hate this. I hate this.
That's right, boys.
Okay, and it's spinning. Pass! Yes!
Pass.
Yes!
Okay, cool.
Okay, good. That's a relief. Everyone is delighted. Everyone is so happy. We nearly nearly got the option Zelachron the Time Wizard, which would have been very interesting, but not this time.
Zelachron the Time Wizard. That sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
That is kind of that is kind of what where it came from, but we'll see. It might be. Well, Chad is angry, and I love it. I you can't dodge them all, John. Well, I can dodge right now. Okay.
I mean, the situation's still pretty balked, chat.
I mean, okay. Now that all this said, sorry, what is your name? I can't keep calling you. I finished a video game.
No, yeah, I probably should have done that from the start. My name is Matt.
Matt.
So, yeah,
pleasure, Matt.
pretty easy. Yes, a pleasure to meet you too.
So,
and you, chat.
I think first, okay. You know what? We're not gonna have that music running for the entirety of this playthrough. It's not very appropriate. Okay, so I think we need to get out.
I don't know if there's a juke forward play there. It looks kind of like full retreat.
I wish you hadn't said that, because it would be pretty fucking sick if I could juke my way out of this.
I mean, it doesn't mean I'm not going to support you trying it. It would be cool.
I'm not even sure we can.
Maybe up the right-hand side?
Could?
Can you pull the crow over to the left and then go around the bottom and the right?
I mean, considering we got a pass, I feel like we need to add some spice here.
Chat must have their blood.
Yeah. Okay, chat, we got a pass. I'm going to make an extremely risky play here. But first, let me see. Oh, Jesus.
Right.
Oh, I don't know that this is going to go well.
Well, there's only one thing to do, which is to give it a damn good try.
Okay, here we go. Oh, no! So are you familiar with this enemy?
Well, I saw the first attempt with Grappolo. And I'm going to presume that the same strategy won't... Oh, wait, no, you don't you have the same stuff?
So we don't have a red vial, which means every turn he has a chance of doing an instant kill attack that's just instant death. I think run is our best option here.
I agree, yeah.
Come on, please. Just escape. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
I think this one might be over. I'm getting bad vibes.
But yeah, this isn't good. This is really isn't good. Oh, he broke. We're infected.
God.
Okay, okay. We have another shot. He did hurt us and he did infect us, but we can recover from that. Let's try run again. Oh my fucking god.
This is cursed.
Okay, that's not good. Oh no! Oh god!
They're blind.
We're not blind. We're not blind.
Oh,
we have
right.
1 health left. We have 1 health left.
It all rests on this decision.
This is it. Oh my fucking god! I hate this. Is so horrible. The party tries to escape. Oh! Oh no! Our leg's gone.
Actually made it out.
Oh, that was rough.
Okay. 1 HP.
Yeah, okay, our bones are broken, we're infected, and we're bleeding, but we're still alive.
Okay.
So we can take
still
care
in the
of
game.
Some of this. Still in it.
The question is, does the Crow Mauler stay in that room, or does he despawn and respawn somewhere else?
The second he follows us.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is. Like,
so we're not that.
In some situations, the Crow Mauler, like, you will get a setup where you can just you can take them, you know. But
yeah,
the one with Frapp, the amount of RNG that went our way, that meant we had the exact right items to take them out. But it was so close.
So we've escaped, but really not.
It's likely not the last time we see Crow Mauler on this run, unfortunately.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh boy.
Look, this is life on the streets. Okay, this is what Fear and Hunger is. This is my version of the streets.
It's the hard knock life.
Yeah, that's it. You know, we both went for different analogies there, and both are uniquely ill-fitting in their own way, and I love it.
That's the beauty of it.
That's the beauty of it.
That's right, boys.
Thank you everyone for the donations. Keep them rolling in. We'll do a little guest read in a while here. So
Yeah,
Matt, I guess.
I really.
Oh no, you go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna. I really encourage people to donate because it's an extremely noble and important cause, which is quite close to my heart actually. Because the conflict in Ukraine, my parents actually had a Ukrainian refugee living with them for 2 years.
Wow, holy
so
shit!
I know firsthand how important all the aid going there was, especially in the early days of the conflict when people were fleeing from the east. They really relied on aid just to live. So yeah, this money, even if it's just a couple of dollars like that you have spare,
Yeah.
it makes a real difference. So I really encourage people to give some money to it.
It does become like. So I have a friend who has family in Palestine, and like it becomes a very different thing when like you can see like the actual, you know, effect and the drain.
Oh
it takes
yeah,
on
for
someone.
sure.
And you know, that was a big part of what made me want to do this stream. Just shout outs to Timur from Jeff's very beautiful and dear friend, and he was a big part of why I wanted to do this. Okay. Sorry, Matt, you were saying that very heartfelt and beautiful thing, and we nearly ran into a yellow mage, and I nearly interrupted your absolutely fantastic speech with a fuck!
That's okay. I guess that's the juxtaposition, isn't it?
Look, I nearly had a heated gamer moments there, okay? And luckily I didn't, and luckily you got to, you got to go through with it, but it was, yeah.
It's okay, it's done now. Back to the game.
Back to the game. Okay, so I think we have no choice. We have to kill this guy, because otherwise he's just going to blow
on 1
off our
HP.
limbs.
Oh no, you
No,
heal.
we're healed. We're okay.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think. What is the best way to kill yellow mages? They shouldn't be that bad, but if you fuck them up, they will just kill you. So.
Is that like that's like a fairly constant thing throughout most of the enemies in this game, right?
Yellow mages are a little tricky because there's only like 2 or 3 in the entire game, and so I'm less locked into the order in which to beat them with.
Okay. Well, that's just going to make for good stream content.
Okay, here we go. They're also one of the only enemies that can like attack you on the map. I think we have to take out this arm.
That design is great.
Yeah, the monster designs. Oh, critical hit. Nice, good stuff.
Hype.
Okay, now let's take out this arm. Oh no.
Ooh.
Matt.
Is that both legs?
Both my legs have been blown off for the second time in this fucking charity stream.
I've got it on authority that's bad. Oh boy.
I try so hard. You know, oh, okay, let's keep going here. The yellow mages are definitely like an early roadblock in Fear and Hunger, and I think I have just gotten extremely unlucky with them.
Yeah, I mean 50 damage out of 100. That's intense.
Yeah, they will just do. And I forgot they can just do hurting again. Okay, that was nearly run over right there.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
No legs though.
Yeah.
That's right, boys.
We did kill him, but I think. Oh, Scroll of the Black Arts. Oh my god. Okay, hang on a minute. That means that we can learn Did we learn it? Did we learn it? Did we learn it? Black Orb, one of the most powerful spells in the game.
Okay.
Interesting. Interesting.
No legs, but a powerful wizard.
No legs. But a
Going for
powerful
sort of-
spell and a can-do attitude.
Going for a sort of Bran from Game of Thrones thing here.
Yeah. Oh, let me bandage that up. I still don't think that this is going to work out. I am half thinking of restarting the run. I don't know if I want to inflict a second legless run on people.
Oh, come on. This is Fear and Hunger, isn't it?
I
Crawling
guess
around in the
so.
dirt, casting dark art spells.
I guess so. Oh, it's tricky. It's tricky.
It is very slow.
And how many torches do we have left? You know what, Matt? I'm sorry. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can inflict a second legless run.
I think that the run has been lurching along.
Yeah. Okay.
No pun intended. I think a
go back.
restart.
We're gonna start again, and we're gonna this time, chat. This time.
Especially seeing as I compared to earlier guests, I can really offer very little help beyond sort of moral support.
I think a lot of
I think starting with a clean slate is good.
A lot of people are going to be in the same boat. Oh, trench coat, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna play this one a little slower and a little safer because I think I've kind of been rushing it, and I need to chill out. But
Right, boys. Money.
so Matt, like, I don't know how kind of much you want to talk about it or not talk about it, but you also like you've kind of been going through your own stuff as well a little bit.
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah. Well, yeah. For anyone who didn't know, which is probably a lot, I was diagnosed with cancer this year, which has been pretty unpleasant. So this could be potentially quite an unpleasant chat, except for the fact that last night, in the evening, I actually got a call from my doctor with a set of test results that mean they can conclusively rule out stage 4 cancer.
Oh, that's so fucking
news.
good, dude. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's actually
man.
really, really great. Yeah.
That is so fantastic to hear. Because
I guess that's a stream exclusive as well. Because I haven't really.
Dude,
I sort of just been processing it.
That is so good. Okay, so just so I'm clear here, when you say they've ruled out stage 4 cancer, does that mean like there's still a possibility of other cancer, or is it just?
Oh yeah. So
Okay.
to be clear, I'm not out of the woods yet with my treatment. I still got to have 2 surgeries on the 2 locations where there is already cancer. But stage 4 cancer is essentially like pretty serious. That's when the cancer's moved to like other organs beyond its initial location.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always. It's a bit of a misconception that it essentially always means you have terminal cancer. It doesn't always mean you have terminal cancer, but often it can mean that.
Yeah, sure.
And throughout this whole process since I was first diagnosed, we haven't been able to say whether that was the case or not, which is obviously quite the shadow to be living under.
Oh, dude, I can't imagine. The last charity stream we did on here was actually called "Fuck Cancer." So no cancer supporters around here. Let me tell you.
Yeah, none of those guys. Get them out of here.
Yeah, I'm so sick of them. Like, come on.
Yeah. So I've still got treatment to go through. Like, I've still got surgery that I need to do. And depending on the outcomes of those surgeries, like, immunotherapy and stuff is still kind of in play, but a lot less likely now. And like, the most important thing is just that like death is completely off the cards now, which is pretty fucking great, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. I do have to say, earlier on when you described that having cancer as pretty unpleasant, that is one of the most stiff upper lip comments I have ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I think the reality is I've sort of just gone numb to it. Like, it's been going on since February, and I kind of was going through it all in private. I hadn't said anything on the channel or on social media or anything, and I came out with it on social media and on the channel a month ago, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly when it was, and so I kind of I feel like I've gone through all of the kind of emotional, as much like emotion as I possibly can, and I've just completely burnt out with kind of ups and, well, no, mainly downs really, but I've kind of just gotten to the point where I'm kind of just like, okay, cool, like this is the situation I'm in, just carry on living, like get better, get back to my normal life, you know.
Yeah, well, like my family went through, you know, similar stuff with my mom last year, which I was saying to you. Like she had cancer, and it is an emotional weight, you know.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
it
sure.
is really, it just kind of drains. Like it's the person obviously suffering with cancer who is like the main thing, but definitely like I remember like that one of the hardest parts I found about it was like seeing the effect it had on my dad, and
yeah, completely.
that was difficult. But you know,
I live with my girlfriend Steph, and like we've been together for like 15 years. Like,
oh no way,
she's absolutely amazing person, like the most important person in my life. And like the toll it's taken on her is insane. And like nothing's physically happened to her at all, but just being there as like, you know,
it's
a secondary person.
immense.
It's been brutal. Like the worst period in her life. Like and you know, she's not even gone through the treatment. It's horrific.
Yeah, like I've been with Michelle for 18 years now, and I could not even imagine being able to process, you know, her going through something like that. So like, fair play to Steph. Like that is so that takes such strength. Like that is,
well,
that is a lot.
I literally owe her my life, because tell
the story. Tell the story. So not to be like, oh, tell the story about how you found out you had cancer. I don't mean
such a good story, man.
It's so sick.
I suppose it's an important one for chat as well, because like when I first noticed, I had this little black kind of dot on my knee, and it slowly grew, and I was like, oh, maybe I've got like a blood blister or something. Like maybe I've like bashed my knee or something, and you know, you can get they can last a little while. And I was like, I didn't really think anything of it. And Steph kept saying you should go to the doctor about that. You should go get them to check. Like even if it is nothing, like it's no effort to go to the doctor. And I was like, yeah, like typical like idiot, like yeah, whatever. And like eventually it got to the point where she was like, no. You're going to the doctor. I'm forcing you to go to the doctor now. Like, you gotta go. And yeah, from that point on, the doctor was just like, oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna refer you onto the cancer pathway. Like, it's not nothing. Like, you need to go and get this better checked out. And things just spiraled from there. But the reality is that if she hadn't forced me to go, like, I honestly don't know if I would have gone. Like, I'm so wrapped up in my work and stuff. Like, I probably would have just been like, oh, you know. Like, I know that sounds absurd, but like even to take an hour to go to the doctor, I'd be like, oh no, I don't know, I don't have time for this.
Oh,
like,
I get that.
I can't be bothered.
Yeah, and like, do you do YouTube full time?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So YouTube, it does just swell and just fill in every crack of your life if you let it. Like that's I find, like, I feel like I am constantly battling to take time away from making videos and what I do.
Oh, it's so hard.
It's so hard. And so like something like, say, going to the doctor, where you're like, well, this may be like, I don't know, like a 5% chance this is going to be anything. Do I really want to lose half a day to that? And the answer is yes. Yeah. Yes, you do.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely. So yeah, I would encourage everyone, like, getting moles checked. It's so quick. It takes no time at all. You can even if you got to wait for a GP appointment like weeks, it's worth going to do, because the reality is that the consequences of not doing it they're really serious. They are really serious.
Absolutely.
And you don't want to go through what I've had to go through. So yeah, I'd encourage the people around you. Like, the older you get as well. Like, I'm in my 30s now. Like, you know, you got to be hard on that stuff. Like, so yeah, really encourage people to do that. That's sort of my new crusade in life.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's the kind of thing that, like, you never think about it and you're never passionate about it until you really, really wish you had been.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But I am so delighted to hear.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Sorry,
Thank you very much.
I'm so delighted to hear that, like, you know, there's some good news, because like when you
Oh no,
like,
it definitely is.
because I saw your Minutia video, and then I saw like one of the first comments was like, still making some of the best content in the business with cancer or something like that, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
what? And then I messaged you, and I was like, what the fuck? And you told me, and like, I can't believe that you made a video that long with cancer. Like, that's
Yeah. I mean, it sounds more impressive than it is when when you put it like that. Like, I started this video
I
in
think
like
it's
December.
exactly as impressive as it is.
Maybe, maybe. I mean, the way I look at it is, I started it in December, so really it took like the better part of like 7 months, which for me, I think that's quite a long time to make one of these videos, and there was a lot of time in between where I was like just doing nothing. Like, I couldn't possibly work, and then things kind of fell where, you know, I was, you know, I'd had my first surgery and I'd recovered from my first surgery, and I was waiting on these further test results. I knew they weren't going to be for like a good while, and I was like, okay, I know it's going to be tough, but I really, if I don't finish this, it's kind of calls back to what we were saying earlier about like how
That's right, boy.
YouTube can just like invade every single second of your life.
Totally.
And I was just like, the reality is, if I don't finish this video, get this video out in like a reasonable amount of time,
Right, boys.
I'm potentially like in like a double whammy of trouble here. You know, like I you know, I need to make sure the channel's cool so that I have all my mental space to deal with this stuff. You know,
now,
I don't want to double anxiety
what I will say
myself.
with that stuff is, like, one thing that I feel like a lesson I have learned over and over again with YouTube is, I don't think YouTube punishes people for not posting in the way that a lot of people kind of believe it does. I think there's any number of reasons a channel can, like,
Oh.
Okay, this is okay. We can handle this guy.
Yeah.
Except we are hungry.
I've seen you kill a lot of these guys.
Except we are hungry, which is really bad, because we're gonna do less damage, and we need to. Oh no! Oh no! 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 Okay, no, I think we can take him out.
I've got faith.
No. No, no, no.
Hello.
No, no, no. No, no! Oh, God.
That's right, boys. Mondo cool.
Thank you for the donation hit. Oh, that's for $100. Seriously, genuinely, thank you. Oh!
That's brutal.
I think that's kind of run over. I think that's run over.
Yeah. Was it going that well?
You know,
I feel like that's an okay one to lose.
Yeah, that's that. God fucking damn. Like, that's what this game is. Like, I just forgot to. I let my hunger meter for 1 minute drop below 66%, which means I did slightly less damage in that fight, which means I didn't do enough damage to take out his cleaver arm on the first turn, which means he could cut off my arm on his first turn, which done. Like, you one little thing and this game just, it annihilates you.
So punishing.
It's horrifying. But yeah, I
Oh, what's happening?
I'll tell you what's happening, Matt. We are on our third legless run.
I think the game's trying to tell you something.
Quit breathing. Actually, no. I didn't even have arms there, so I had no arm. I have lost a total of 11 limbs this run.
Oh God, that is brutal.
Back to the start.
And that was the slow-paced, careful run.
That was one mistake is all it took. That's all that happens, and you're gone. But look, that's what this is. That's why we're here. It's okay. It's cool. This time, Matt, But yeah, because like there's a lot of people now, like say like Jenny Nicholson would be someone who posts maybe once a year, and
Yeah.
her videos do amazing, and a lot of that is because of the work she puts into them and how fucking funny and good they are.
Oh,
But
for sure.
even with me, I've never noticed a gap between uploading really affects a video's performance. Stuff like subscriber count and stuff slows down, but I don't even know how valuable subscriber count is nowadays. Like,
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Like the algorithm seems so important in whether a video blows up or not. That yeah, I kind of agree with you.
yeah. But at the end of the day, like my philosophy is always like I'm just going to take the time to make shit that I can be proud of, and if that means that one day I can't do this anymore, cool. But luckily I have a lot of people supporting me, and it ain't gone wrong yet. And that is to say,
Yeah.
people should absolutely like. I would say that anyone I have on this stream does stuff that I like, but people should absolutely go and support Matt on I Finished a Video Game.
Thanks.
Because obviously, like, you are still going through it a little bit, and like now is the time that people I think should support you. And I don't think you have to be sick for me to think you make absolutely awesome shit, because I did feature you
thanks
on
so
my
much.
favorite things video before I ever
Yes.
found out about any of this. Like, so yeah,
That was amazing actually, because it tipped me over 100k subscribers,
Oh,
which was
really?
which
Oh,
was really
that's
cool.
great.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so cool to
Gave
hear.
me a little boost that got me there. I was kind of in like a lull in between videos, and then that happened, and I was like, oh wow, this is amazing. 100,000 subscribers. It was like a super meaningful moment.
Well, I mean, like, it's. I'm glad to be in a small part of that, but obviously, like, you were the person who did that. You were. It's ultimately like your hard work and kind of your videos that pull people in. Like, if someone doesn't have good videos, it doesn't matter if I feature them in a favorite things or not. The odd time I've noticed that, like, what can happen sometimes is that someone will be making videos for years, and they'll make good videos, and whatever happens, YouTube just does not pick up on them, and then I can feature them in a favorite things video, and that will like nudge YouTube into actually recommending their videos to more people. But it's really hit and miss whether that can happen or not. But it's cool when it does.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's an odd job to do. I think I've grown to really appreciate like speaking to other people who do it, because I think you were talking earlier on the stream about like how weirdly like lonely it can be. It's so strange that like a job where you spend so much time interacting
Your job
with
is literally
thousands
to make
of people
like you. And
yeah,
it's-
yeah. But it can be oddly solitary, especially when you're only releasing one video every like 2 or 3 months or something like that. Like that, you go long periods of time just sitting alone in your room, which is fine. Like I'm cool with that, but like I've grown to really appreciate speaking to other people who do it. Like it's kind of this weird mindset that you. Oh, what on earth just happened?
This is okay. If you don't know what to do here, it's potentially very bad, but basically you have a certain amount of time to get through this maze, or a witch will attack you, and she's bad news, but we're gonna be... There she is, but we're gonna be fine.
I kind of love how this game just is totally unconcerned with like cluing you in on what's happening.
Oh,
I adore games that do that.
Mondo cool.
yeah, it's like there's this game is constant like, do you know what to do in this scenario? And even like I've put at this point well over 100 hours into this game, I'd say. It still catches me with stuff that I never knew, and it's kind of horrible, but like it's the moments it makes on stream are so fun as well.
Yeah,
you know,
for
like
sure.
I hate dying on stream, but it's also like it's such a fun story, and like when we actually get a run going, the momentum behind it is so exciting, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of funny, really. It reminds me in a way, and I know this is like such a cliche comparison, but I am going somewhere with it. But it kind of reminds me of Dark Souls, not for the gameplay or the art design or anything, but just like the friction in the game is the interesting thing.
Absolutely.
Like that's what makes it good. Like the weird moments where you're like, oh, what am I doing? Like, why isn't this working? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, that's what makes games like that so interesting.
Yeah, and I think
rather than it being like, oh, it's the rolling and the dodging and the bosses and stuff like that. It's not really that. It's the the weird friction of it all.
And I
what
think
makes it so
friction is
fun.
such an excellent way to put it, because there's a kind of game sometimes that I feel like it's a bit, I'd put it as like nearly kind of slidey, where you don't feel like your inputs are really having that critical effect on what's happening. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I know exactly what you mean.
And okay, I'll use the series as an example. I actually love this series, so this isn't a criticism. This is kind of what I go to these games for. Like a lot of the Dynasty Warriors games, you're not on the normal difficulties. You're not making a lot of decisions that matter all that much, but like that's okay, because that's not what those games are trying to be. But
For sure.
in a game like Dark Souls, in a game like Fear and Hunger, every decision has friction, right? It's like everything you do is like, I hope this is the right choice.
Yeah. It's gameplay consequence, isn't it?
Yeah, consequences are another really good way of putting it.
Yeah. I think that's what draws me to like older games so much, is that so much of that friction hadn't been kind of sanded off of game design in general, and because people were still kind of experimenting to find out, what worked, what would sell, what you could, build a studio off of. That friction is just everywhere, and I feel like, it makes for really interesting games to play now, given that we have like really like smooth, polished AAA games. It makes these older games even funner to go back to, because you're like, there's so much clear experimentation here.
And I know this isn't like a super unique take on AAA games, but there are AAA games that a lot of the time will really cross over into that slidey territory, where I just feel like, am I playing this, or am I watching a cutscene, which I occasionally select the but then like there's some, like, I would not say that about Last of Us. Last of Us, think does, and I oh shit, a cursed mace, that is excellence. Okay, awesome, that's really, really good. But Last of Us, like, they are not my favorite games in the world either, but I appreciate that there is genuine cool shit happening with them.
I think Last of Us does have a bit of that in it though, because like with the crafting and stuff, like if you do have choices to make about like what items you use and when, and like how slow or fast to go through like an encounter, how to approach it. There's like just enough of that friction and decision making and consequence in there.
Totally,
and it ties into the setting like really beautifully. Like there's some real like symmetry going on between like the gameplay and the aesthetic and the story, which is why I think it works. In the same way that something like, I struggle with like some of the like Assassin's Creed games for some of these reasons, because I'm like,
Assassin's Creed is the series I would pick, and like I haven't played them in years. I haven't played the new generation of games.
Like there's plenty of them I like, but it's just like sometimes I play it and I'm like, is my experience playing this game any different to any of the other millions of people who have played it? Like, and if it's not,
I get you.
It can feel kind of like directed, and you're just like, I want to be more in charge. I want to be more in control.
We are just about to go hungry again against the exact enemy who got us last time.
There's a lot of food. There's a lot of food in here. Is all of it for hunger?
Yes. Hunger is a big mechanic of this game, and I just poisoned myself to get rid of the worms. Damn it! Okay, fuck it. Look, it is what it is.
I believe in this attempt against it. I think you got it.
Matt, our time here is coming to an end, but real quick.
So it is.
You also mentioned you're a wrestling fan.
Yes, I am.
For whatever reason, I never pegged you as a wrestling fan.
No, I don't think I well, I don't know what is a typical wrestling fan, but no, I am for sure. Yeah. I was at All In London last year.
Do you know, I nearly went to that, and
you should have. It was so good.
I flew. Oh man, so we're actually going. We're going this summer. Me and Super Fox Kate are going to head over. We should absolutely meet up after if you're for it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that would be great.
I actually didn't. I had just done a wrestling show. I was a heel. And it was great, but I was knackered afterwards. Yeah. So I was like, I think I'm gonna stay in my Airbnb and order pizza and watch this, and I did, and it was pretty good.
Oh, I enjoyed it thoroughly. Being in like the UK, like a wrestling show on that scale. I think the last time was like when TNA were at like Wembley Arena. I went to that as well, and that was a lot of fun. But like, I don't know, there's a bit of grandeur with doing it at Wembley Stadium. It
What a
felt
show to
really,
see
really
as well.
big.
That was an
It
incredible
was
pay per
great.
view.
Yeah. I feel like that was a good point as well with AEW. Like, that was a nice peak for them. I haven't watched as much of them after that show. There's a lot of injuries and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
kind of threw off their
AEW have been
momentum
having
a
a rough
little
go
bit.
of it.
Yeah, but that was
Sorry, Matt,
certainly
I don't
like
think I pointed
a
it
high
out, but
point.
we have crossed $5,000. Thank you so much, everyone. That is awesome.
Amazing. Thanks for donating, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it. But sorry, you were
And
saying.
that's just in 3 hours 50. That's amazing.
Yep, awesome. So good. Really cannot say thank you enough to everyone. It's a great cause, and I think you know, it will help out a lot. It will help feed some hungry people.
Definitely. Yeah. I highly recommend it. It was good. And the good thing about AEW as well is that they can be on a rough go of it with their shows in America and like the TV stuff, but you go to like one of the pay-per-views and it's just good. Like,
Yeah.
you're getting value for money from that show.
Yeah, and like here's the thing, like with AEW, I think a lot of the criticisms are pretty valid.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I think
they got
stuff-
problems.
I think when I hear stuff like, oh, they're like, you know, the worst era of WCW, I don't think the people who are saying that
No.
were watching the worst era.
No, there's no way.
No way. But the thing about AEW is like, yeah, sometimes I think the television show is really inconsistent, and I do think WWE are putting out a better TV show at the moment. If I want to see a banger of a match, I'm going to watch an AEW pay-per-view. I'm not going to watch a WWE pay-per-view. I watch all the pay-per-views, but you know what I mean? It's like...
I just
it's
think
like
it's nice to have the variety for once. Like, I don't understand what the complaint is that people have, really, because
it's just,
I've got friends
it's just
who
silly tribalism, I think.
Yeah, it must be. It's like a sort of console wars thing for wrestling.
Yeah.
Because yeah, like if I want to really commit myself to something over a year, like the reality is it's kind of rare for AEW to deliver on that. And recently WWE's been smashing out of the park with these longer
has.
stories,
It
absolutely
really
smashing
has,
out of the
yeah.
park. But like if I've got a friend and we've been at the pub, we've had like 4 or 5 pints, and he's like, "Oh, let's watch some wrestling." I'm not going to stick on a WWE match. Like I'm going to stick on an AEW match because you can jump into it and see some cool stuff. Like, and you don't have to be super invested to get anything out of it.
Yeah. So for my birthday this year, most of my friends aren't into wrestling. And for my birthday this year, which isn't for a couple of months yet, I have explained to them all in advance that the match we're going to watch 2 matches, and it's going to be the main event, night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania. Because
oh man, that'll be so good.
like, you're right in that like AEW are better matches, but I think the fucking insanity of those matches,
that definitely works. And like if casual viewers like night 2, like that's gonna hit.
yeah, I think I can't wait. I'm so excited.
What did you think? I'm presuming from that you're in the camp of that you enjoyed night 1 and night 2.
Oh, I thought it was fucking incredible. I thought it was the absolute best end to a WrestleMania. Like I might even like it better than Danielson's ending on.
I was about to say
obviously.
better than the Diva-Eye. Yeah.
Okay,
I think I prefer that
think-
one just because of the
I
symbolism.
think there's
there.
a part of me that's just a heel, and I don't like it when fans get what they want. Some people may have noticed that with how I choose my video topics. People be like, "Please make this video," and I'm like, "No, I'm not going to do that." But I think I wasn't watching for Bryan Danielson. That's the thing, right?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
but-
I think if you weren't invested in that as much, like it just simply doesn't hit as hard.
Yeah, but it's that moment for me where Roman, it's right there. Cody is right there. Hit him with the chair, retain your title, cement your legacy, and he can't because Seth is right there.
Oh, it's so good.
And he has to hit Seth the same way Seth hits him because he never recovered. He never recovered from that, and I think that is such a beautiful and cathartic and sad moment of story, because like when you
it's going to be one of the best moments ever.
So okay, I've talked about this before, right? But I have a video called "The Unreality of Pro Wrestling," and it's Roman Reigns. It's all Roman Reigns, I am going to, at some point, make the Unreality of Pro Wrestling Finish the Story edition. Because I feel like I need to add on what that last WrestleMania was. And it's... I just think it's maybe... It's like probably my favorite piece of wrestling storytelling since maybe the Golden Lovers in New Japan.
For sure. Yeah.
I just loved it so much.
I mean, there's so much stuff colliding into that match. Like you could probably do 2 hours just on Cody Rhodes alone.
Yeah,
like and you can go deep on that. Like it goes far back.
I want to go back into that video and be like at the very close to the beginning, just be like, not everyone was getting this treatment in WWE. Like this loser Stardust, like he's ever going to achieve anything.
Good. That would be so good.
Yeah, it'd be great.
That would be amazing. The funny thing is though, Stardust, right? Wasn't like that bad. Like he really tried to get it over. So like, I think as far as bad gimmicks go, I wouldn't put that like as some of the worst ones.
He gave it sucks, right? Like he really did. But I actually heard someone describe once like how to do Stardust and how you end that story, and it would have involved a WrestleMania angle with Goldust. Like the two brothers, which they eventually got in AEW.
Yeah, essentially the AEW match. Yeah,
but he just described this one moment where Goldust looks at his brother, and the face paint has come off him, and he's just looking into the face of his brother. And I think something like that could be incredible. Anyway,
that could have been pretty good. Yeah.
Before we entirely scare off all the non-wrestling fans, Matt, unfortunately that brings our
we've gone hard on the wrestling.
Yeah, dude, thank you so much, and congratulations for your strength in dealing with the cancer and overcoming all that and still putting out some of the best shit on the internet. I finished a video game. Please, people, go follow him. Trust me, it's worth it. If you need videos just to fucking absolutely fill your brain and just put whatever the shit is bothering you away, one of my absolute favorite channels for doing this. And seriously, thanks so much. And again, it's I think I speak for everyone in chat when I say fucking terrific news. We're so glad that things are kind of looking up with cancer, and you're the best, dude. This will not be the last time we do this, okay?
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, and thanks to everybody for donating. Yeah, like I said before, it's an amazing cause. The money's going to be so useful for people. As someone who knows it firsthand from Masha, the refugee from Ukraine that I knew. Definitely give if you can. You'll reap the karmic reward.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, listen, dude. Best of luck. Have a good Saturday.
Yeah,
okay?
Thanks very much, man. Cheers.
Bye. Okay, guys. Let me just. I think the stream is now extended by 5 hours. So let me do the math here. Okay, we are going for another 3 hours. Jesus, I'm getting a little tired, but it's fine. It's fine. We can do it.